Hello, and welcome to House of Decline, the show where you love people and go down in history as loving people.
I said no burping.
You said no. I defy you. You are not my producer. You are my co-host. We have boss. No producer.
I'm the
you
boss.
Are the boss.
I'm the boss of the podcast.
You're the head of the. You're the pod boss. That's your official name. Is pod boss. That's what it says on your business cards.
Yeah, I do have a business card. It's what's it called when it's got the raised lettering?
Embossed.
That's exactly right.
It's got embossed
I'm
lettering.
Embossed. I'm the boss, and I'm embossed.
You're the pod embossed. Yeah, you're pod embossed. Okay. Are you trying to goad me into doing an extended American Psycho bit?
Yes.
American Psycho. Like, what would be fun? So everywhere you mix up the cards. Instead of cards, you're saying, oh, dildos. Oh, his has a flared ridge with speckled tips and full latex molding. What have I got,
I thought you were going to do
his has a herringbone pattern. You gotta have a herringbone dildo.
I thought you were going to do, like, pick a card, any card. Like, he starts doing card tricks.
Oh, he starts doing card tricks, but he instead kills a sex worker.
That's when that's the Joker crossed with American Psycho.
That's what a lot of magicians do. Is that's what Penn and Teller have to do every night before they go on stage in order to get their energy up.
We call it getting your wiggles out at my house.
Getting your wiggles out.
Yeah.
That's what they call it. That's what Penn calls it too. We're getting our wiggles out. He takes a chainsaw to the hooker. Come on, Teller. Teller's silent the whole way, but he's even sicker. She's even more afraid of him.
Yeah. Well, it's important to get your wiggles out before bedtime.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Don't kill sex workers. And don't joke about killing sex workers.
Only
they have
on
it
this
as rough
podcast.
As it is.
Come to this podcast and we'll satisfy all of your sick, twisted needs.
Yeah. Did you know that the person who directed American Psycho was a woman?
Yep, I did know.
What do you think of that, huh? What do you think of that, huh? Not so misogynistic now, huh?
Was the movie supposed to be misogynistic?
I don't know, but it definitely, I think people interpret it as such. And it could easily be interpreted as such. I think there's sort of a carefree violence of women. Like, there were, in the same way that, like, all the kids from your high school took the wrong lessons from Borat, the kids that went to my weird private school took the wrong lessons from American Psycho.
That's funny.
And they were like, doesn't Patrick Bateman look sick in that movie? He could do like 1,000 crunches a day. That's sick.
I remember when the movie came out, I was a little too young for it, but my sister saw it, and all the girls at her all-girls school were going to see it because, Christian Bale was ripped. He was
very
looking
hot.
He was looking hot in that movie.
Looking fine. Looking like a nice piece. Nice piece.
Yeah, and I think you don't really see his dick, but you do see like the one half of his
upper
ass.
Pubic area, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You do see the half moon. A big-assed man. Everyone wants a big-assed man.
It's true.
Yeah.
You know what fucked up show I was watching?
Which show?
Love is Blind.
That is what is that show? It's a show with blind people dating?
No, that would be sweet and nice, and I would probably enjoy that more. Love is Blind is a reality show on Netflix where girls and guys exclusively, very gender conforming.
Whoa.
It's very gender conforming.
Heteronormative.
It's very much. Anyway, it's just girls and guys like try to date each other without seeing each other, so they talk like behind a wall to each other.
Right. Yeah.
It's
just the dating game, but extended over a period of many episodes.
Yeah, and they all
that
live
was
in
the
like
premise.
They all live in like a dorm together. All the guys live in a dorm, and all the girls live in a
That's
dorm.
pretty
And
funny.
so, basically, they start competing with each other for whoever they like, and it kind of gets ugly and a little racist and like.
How does it get racist?
Well, it's just, you just have to watch. I'm sure.
Okay.
I'm sure I would fuck up somehow by explaining it, but it kind of is gross. It's a gross thing.
Yeah. It would be funny if like everyone just started going gay out of frustration. They were just like, "You're right in front of me. I don't have to do any of this bullshit. You just suck your dick right now."
Yeah. I mean, it favors the people who are more extroverted. So there's always like three or four guys or girls who are more introverted and don't get with anyone because they just like want to be quiet in the room instead of talking to a wall where there's a voice on the other side.
I wonder how much money you get for appearing on a show like that.
I'm thinking it's like $3,000.
It's not much, you say? It's just a nominal fee.
Yeah.
People are so psyched to be on television.
Yeah.
Man, you had some excursions this week. You went to the middle of America and saw.
I did. I went. Well, I'm kind of in the middle of America now.
Yeah, but you went to a different middle.
Well, sort of. I drove from where I live now, which is somewhere in Michigan, to somewhere on the East Coast, New York. And I drove through, the first time when I drove there, I drove through Pennsylvania, and on the way back, I drove through Western New York. Which, didn't have a great time on the road, but I would say on the way there, staying in Pennsylvania, I actually had a nicer hotel than on the way back, staying in Western New York. And I saw, very many ham-shaped people.
Ham-shaped people.
Yeah, ham people.
You like those classic hams from TV.
Yeah, like the glistening
like in cartoons.
Honey glazed hams.
Glistening. Yeah, absolutely.
Imagine a honey glazed ham wearing sweatpants.
That's me. That's what I look like. And I feel like I will preface this by saying I have the fat guy privilege to make fun of ham people.
You look like a honey glazed ham that the butcher didn't get all of the tufts of hair out of.
Yeah, I look like a honey glazed ham that was dipped in PVA glue and rolled in pubes.
No, you don't.
That's what you want. It's the pubes that lock in the flavor.
You don't have a pube.
It's a compliment to me. The pubes lock in the flavor. If you aren't sprinkling pubes on your hams, if you don't have pube ham, then what are you doing at Christmas?
Do pigs have pubes?
Sure, everybody's got pubes,
I kind of want to know if pigs have pubes.
Want to know if pigs have pubes? You're looking this up?
Do any other animals have, like, pubic hair? I guess
it's just fur to them, it's pubic fur.
It's just more fur?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't really know if it's distinct from the other fur. Are you looking up pubic fur? You're just going to get furries. All you're getting is furries. You're just going to get some anthropomorphized lion character with a big schlong
3 years ago on Reddit, on No Stupid Questions, user How About Some Milk asked, do animals have pubic hair? The top-rated answer is, that is a good-ass question. Also, do they have belly buttons? I don't know. So there you go. There you go.
Yeah, we learned so much on Reddit. Like, Zelensky is a beautiful man.
He was on the Grammys.
He was on the Grammys. It was the Grammys this weekend. Nobody got hit.
Oh, I'm pretty sure John Baptiste slapped Joni Mitchell.
Oh, no. She was going, oh, the cobblestones. And John Baptiste was like, you stupid Canadian lady.
Get your lyrics out of your damn mouth. Or something like that. I don't know.
They were too damn lyrical. John Baptiste, Is John Baptiste popular? How did he become a thing? Just through the Colbert Show?
Yes. Through the Colbert.
What was Colbert's selection process of a band leader, you think?
I think he picked like one guy out of probably like 6 or 7 New Orleans jazzmen.
They showed him 7 New Orleans jazzmen like John Baptiste and like Kermit Ruffins and Howell Thibodeau and Sarkenny Voluminous.
Yeah.
And Golem Schneider. They call him a golem because he's a big guy. He's a big rocky guy. Plays the bone really well.
Yeah. He plays the what?
He plays the bone. It's what they call the trombone. You got to get your bone. Got to get your bump. Are you even a fan of New Orleans jazz, Steve?
A fan of it? Yes. Yeah. No, I mean, no. When I said yes...
Have you even heard of Merle Collins' Treacher?
You know the thing about jazz? It was started in the whorehouses, you know?
Is that bad?
I said that's the thing about it.
It's because people were getting their wiggles on before bed.
That's not what it means in my house.
That's... What, jazz or wiggles?
Wiggles. Wiggles doesn't mean sex with a prostitute.
No, we established that the getting the wiggles out was killing a sex worker.
Oh, should I say prostitute or she worker of the night? I'm not sure.
The latter is much better, yeah. Okay. The latter is much more preferable. You should call them working class heroes. That's what we're these working class heroes of the night.
Yeah, that's the thing about jazz, you know. It was started in the working class heroes of the night. Their offices.
in their parlors, yeah. In the offices of the working class heroes, yeah.
Yeah.
This is sounding bad for us, but we really don't have any umbrage against sex workers. We love them.
What?
In fact.
Why would it sound bad? I've never
used one.
We're just
I don't know.
Saying facts.
Just riffing about some violence against women. You know, we're normalizing.
That was you with the American Psycho stuff, and as your boss, I'm gonna have to discipline you on air now.
Fuck.
Give me 20 push-ups.
Okay, I'm gonna do some push-ups on air. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. It's gonna be sad.
He's taking off that. This means I'm gonna have to vamp.
He's gonna vamp. I'm doing push-ups. Oh God. Oh no.
Anyway.
Okay, I'm not gonna do them. Too tired.
Come on.
No, I can't do 20 in a row. I'm too flabby.
I can't fire you because
I'm too much of a ham man. I'm too. You expect a man made of ham to do 20 push-ups?
Well, see, you're a Canadian bacon kind of ham, though.
You're right. I'm lean.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a lean type of fat. I'm pea meal.
I was over here at the hotel I was staying at in Olean, New York, a town of 13,000 people where there's guys in pickup trucks with like American flag poles in the pickup trucks mounted, just circling Main Street all night.
That rules.
It's kind of intimidating. Anyway, at the hotel I was staying at, there was like 2 separate sports teams staying there.
Like high school sports
College.
teams?
I think like a softball team and a basketball team. And the parents were there too. And they were the fattest softball players I have ever seen. I was like,
they were soft. They were softballs, you're saying? They were the softballs.
The parents were being like, yeah, so I think we're gonna they were planning a meal, obviously. It's all meal planning. They're like, I think we're going to have a meal like after the game, so we're going to bring some, ribs. We're going to do a pork butt and a pork shoulder. And I was just trying not to get coronavirus the whole time. Not very hard, though.
Yeah, just got to avoid the hams.
They piled into the elevator with me, and I was like, fuck.
Were you freaking out?
I was pissed, but I didn't say anything. I had my hands full of luggage, and the door was closing, and I just saw a fat leg just block the closing elevator door. Like, fuck.
Hey, we have to get in. We're planning ribs. We have to get ribs for the kids.
They took over the lobby of the hotel to eat their wings. And some kind of...
They had to eat their wings in the lobby without their masks on.
It was just gnawing down. No one between here and Woodstock, New York, was wearing a mask.
That rules.
Let me tell you another fun thing on the road trip that happened was on the way back we hit a snowstorm.
Yep.
And another one, because on the way there we also hit a snowstorm. And I was on I-90 by Erie, Pennsylvania. We're driving along. I start going real slow because of the snowstorm, so I take off cruise control, and I say to my wife, help me look ahead in the road because the visibility is terrible. And then, wouldn't you know it, there's a spun out car right in the middle of the interstate where the speed limit is 70 miles an hour and a guy frantically waving his arms. And so we all start screaming, and I put my hazard lights on, and we go around, and then we're both hyperventilating, and so we get off the freeway and drive a little bit through Erie, Pennsylvania, instead of taking the interstate. And boy, what a bombed out place that is. Was there a war there or something?
Yeah, Erie, Pennsylvania. It used to be called Spooky, Pennsylvania. And because it was named for its just inherent spooky. Erie, Pennsylvania is one of those things where, like, even when it was a boomtown, it still was a piece of shit. Even when it was a boomtown at the turn of the century, because it was the master of the canals.
Is that so? That's where they forced all of those like poor immigrants to dig the canal.
Sure, yeah, I guess so.
I'm pretty sure that's what they did, right? They forced a bunch of. I think it was like poor Irish and Chinese immigrants. They made them dig the canal.
I mean, yeah, that's all of America, though. These railroads are, they were built on the blood of immigrants, And it's the greatest substance on earth. Have you ever had the blood of an immigrant before?
No.
See, that's the problem with adrenochrome, is people are like, oh, we got to scare the kids, get the Monsters, Inc. power. But what they don't know is it's the blood of the immigrants, because what immigration does, it's a very specific combination of adrenaline. It's a very specific combination of adrenaline,
okay,
progesterone, human, and a little love, and that's the
progesterone, huh?
Progesterone, yeah. Immigration. When you immigrate, you secrete a lot of progesterone. I don't know if you know about your bodily secretions.
No, I don't have many. That all dried up when I turned 30.
Yeah, that's what happens. To anyone under 30 watching, you just become so much drier as you age.
Yeah, you do. You dry up.
Yeah. You know those, like, cracked deserts? They're very cracked, and they have those deep divots. That's what it's like. That's what your skin looks like. That's what your tongue looks like. That's what your balls look like. You're just falling apart constantly.
I was thinking. There was like an anus mascot cheering you on,
Right, that's, and we provide that service for everybody having gay sex is Anusy.
What would his name is
Anusy?
Anusy?
Next to you. Anus, sure. His name is Anusy. And hello, I love you. Go, get it on, boys. 1 finger, 2 finger, 3 finger, go! Ha! Yeah! And he has a noisemaker that's like, and, did you hire him? I didn't hire him. Where did he come from? He just shows up everywhere that men are having gay sex.
You know how there's like a penis museum?
Sure, in one of those terrible Scandinavian countries.
Yeah, I mean, there's all of these weird museums like over in Europe, the novelty museums. But
yeah,
do you think there's a museum of rectums?
The rectum museum?
Yeah.
Like it has the rectums of different types of animals?
Yeah, or it may be animals or like a famous bishop.
Or like Napoleon's rectum?
Yeah.
Well, it turns out that Radio Free Decline interviewed the people of Denmark's Rectum Museum.
Oh, really?
The Rectumshire.
That's not Danish.
It was a bunch of Germans that founded it in Denmark. They border each other, as you know.
Radio
your
Free
European
Decline
geography.
making another appearance. The European propaganda arm of House of Decline.
Yeah, it's we've gotten a lot of funding from George Soros's mushroom cousin George Sporos. He's had a mushroom-like cousin that has sprung off of him, George Sporos, and he's funding Radio Free Decline right now.
That's such an ugly stereotype.
Yeah.
How dare
about
you?
mushrooms or Jews?
That's exactly.
Man, you did not know the Central European history of referring to Jews as mushrooms. In Vichy, France, they would say, "Oh, les Juifs sont champignons.
They
Les
pop up
Juifs sont
everywhere.
champignons." Yeah,
They're
exactly.
just
Like
popping
mushrooms.
up everywhere. Every time under a rotting log. There.
But the Jews, forever grateful, forever humorous. They took it in stride and said, "You know why they call us mushrooms? 'Cause we're fun guys. That's why."
Hey.
Hey.
We love all people on this podcast except the police. Boo.
No, not the police, except for the corrupt ones. The corrupt ones are.
We love we like the corrupt police.
Yeah.
Like the ones from that movie with what is it called? Bad Cop, Bad Lieutenant.
Bad Lieutenant. Yeah. Oh man, I love that movie so much. I love it because at the he's such a bad lieutenant, man.
Course, yeah.
He's not a good one at all. You think he's gonna do something good, and somehow just gets worse.
And we also like the Maniac Cop, right?
Yeah, Maniac Cop doesn't have a lot of great things to say about cops. Actually, Bruce Campbell plays a hero cop. He plays the chin cop in that, and he's good.
That's funny.
But can I just say at the end of Bad Lieutenant, the way that Harvey Keitel whimpers, I call him, he cries, Harvey Keitel.
Yeah, there you go.
Call him Harvey Keitel. And just going, oh, 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 oh. That's funny because at like the height of my depression, when I'm feeling the lowest and I feel like the world hates me, those are my vocalizations. Oh, oh.
You try to record it next time it happens.
Oh man, that movie rules. Fucking Abel Ferrara rules.
I don't think I've made it through all the way.
Don't think it's a short movie. It's really depressing though. So I get, having to turn it off halfway through to like feel clean. Oh, we just totally skipped over that Radio Free Decline segment. That's okay. Who cares? They suck.
We can't do the same bit 2 episodes in a row.
We can do whatever we want. I'm gonna bring up Ghost Siblings again for the 4th time in a row.
You just are trying to make that phrase happen. You Canadians.
No, that's Ghost Brothers, Ghosts. It used to have the much more uncouth name of Eskimo Siblings,
Right.
Eskimo Brothers.
I know. Because, every episode when you bring it up, I'd say that.
Yeah, we talk about it. We have, and we've said this horrible slur for northern indigenous people over and over again. Because that's how we roll here. That was the name of a band from. I think they went to our school. There was a band. There was a hipster band called Eskimo, but Mo was spelled Meauex.
Really?
Yeah, and they had to change it because people were like, yeah, that's a slur. Don't say that.
There's also a band at our school called the Squaws.
Yes! I remember that. That was incredible. They got yelled at for that.
Well, our school was on like a Native American burial ground, and that's why there was so much, bad things going on.
So much, yeah, it's a particularly death-prone school.
Oh,
a lot of people...
A lot of suicides and accidents, and like one guy, like a blender that was turned on, fell upside down onto his head and cut him all up until he died.
Yeah, one guy got his penis bifurcated by a razor blade, and then he fell over and it accidentally landed in an electrical socket, like perfectly in the 3 sockets, and he went, whoa!
Yeah.
Whoa.
And of course, the multiple deaths from the giant fly trap. What are the Venus fly traps in our?
The giant Venus fly traps. Yeah, it was
the giant Venus fly traps.
The giant Venus fly traps. Right. That really, we shouldn't have allowed fictional Batman villain Poison Ivy to be a professor at the school. That was a huge mistake.
So hot though.
She's fucking smoking, banging, but she eats puss though, bro. She eats puss,
Oh man,
she's not into rad. She's not into rad. That's a Chicago guy saying she's a lesbian. Oh, don't bark up that tree. She's not into rad.
And since he's from Chicago, he's like, "Are you talking about Blagojevich?"
Oh no, she loves rad. Who doesn't? He's a brilliant-looking man. That's not how Chicago people talk. I'm doing too much Minnesota. Chicago people are right in here, right in that ballpark, right in Wrigley Field. Get a hot dog with a lot of fixins on it.
Oh yeah, we're our guest Mia Zelensky from 4 episodes ago wants to go to a Cubs game.
I'll do that. Wrigley Field is a beautiful field.
You'll have to make your way. You'll have to take the 19-hour bus ride
I've done it before.
to Chicago. I'm not. You can't come to Detroit. I'm not going to pick you up.
Yeah, I understand. I
Although
will do
think
the 19 hour.
from Canada to Detroit is still a horrifying bus ride.
8 hours. It's not that bad.
That's pretty bad, dude. I wouldn't be on a bus for 8 hours.
Oh, there's lots of stuff you can do. Jack off, Nintendo Switch, jack off on your Nintendo Switch, clean your cum off of the Nintendo Switch, explain to the guy next to you why you're jacking off on your Nintendo Switch.
I mean, he would be jacking off on your Nintendo Switch, too.
Oh, yeah, because you get him into it. He'd be like, oh, man, you can do that? And I'm like, yeah, you didn't know you could do this on buses? And he was like, no, I thought that was forbidden. And you're like, man, free your mind, man. Shackles.
All right,
These
I'm
are
all
the
out of
shackles
bits,
of my
so...
minds. You're all out of bits? You don't want to talk about jacking off anymore?
I mean, that one was like a bonus bit.
Sure. I have bits. What if we made the worst leftist Twitch channel called Left Revel-cool-tion?
Okay, I could be down with that.
It's the worst leftist Twitch channel, Left Revel-cool-tion.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is that because of the way culture is these days, that would probably make us billions of dollars.
You think those dumbasses will just become a bunch of Hassans? We'll become hype beasts.
Yeah.
We'll have on Grimes. Hassan's catching a lot of heat for having on Grimes.
Really? When did he have on Grimes?
I don't know. A bit ago. But I don't know. I can't blame the guy. If Grimes wanted to do our show, I'd be like, come on, you weird lady. You did some funny stuff.
Wow, man, I would probably throw up.
If Grimes was on this show, you'd throw up just from being nervous around a famous lady?
Famous ladies make me throw up.
Famous ladies. I was once around Sarah Jessica Parker, and let me tell you, she is very pretty. Whatever they say that she looks like on screen, it's not true. In real life, you see her, she's magnanimous, she glows. I met her outside of a Wooster Group show. She was sharing a joint with Adam Shankman. And this is a real New York story. These are real New York stories that happen every day. This is me, Charlie Sunshine, and I'm here with my co-host Stephen Montgomery and share you some real New York stories. Talking about Brooklyn, the Bronx, Manhattan, gay the Bronx, gay Brooklyn, and all the rest. Stephen Montgomery, do you have any stories do you have any real New York stories?
Is that me? I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're Stephen Montgomery in this. You're Stephen Montgomery in this situation.
I was reading a Yahoo News article about
about New York stories. Was it about New York stories?
Disturbing claims of torture and sexual abuse at the trial of a New York cult leader.
Oh wow! Let's read away. These are some true New York stories, Stephen Montgomery.
So Lawrence Larry Ray.
It's a great name. Starting off already great. LL Ray.
He spent years psychologically manipulating and abusing college students who were roommates of his own daughter at the prestigious liberal arts college Sarah Lawrence. Jeez.
This is not funny. This is not funny.
There's a funny thing, though.
What is funny?
One funny part in the article.
Okay, yeah, what's the funny part?
So the person he was abusing alleged Ray tortured her for hours, suffocating her with a plastic bag after binding her to a hotel chair. At one point, she said, he stopped to have burgers and fries.
Okay, I see. I see what you mean. Americans, man.
Amerifat eat burger.
Amerifat eat burger. Even the serial killers are hams.
That sucks.
Even the serial torturers
This country
are hams.
sucks. There's no place in it that doesn't suck. and I stand by that.
Asheville, North Carolina.
It sucks. If you start naming
Austin.
cities,
Keep Austin weird.
okay. I mean, no, Austin Austin sucks.
San Antone, Santa Fe.
I enjoy places like San Diego or
San Diego.
El Paso, where you can see like the divide clearly between Mexico and America.
Why do you like that?
I mean, well, because Mexico's better.
It's in your opinion Mexico is a better country.
Oh yeah. Even if they have like cartel violence, who cares? It's still better.
Like culturally, you're saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
As in their people are less bellicose,
and probably
less
happier,
consumer oriented.
Yeah,
You think Mexicans as a whole are happier?
They don't have to. I mean, we're probably Americanizing it. So, Putin's got a point. Is what I'm trying to say.
Putin has a point about Hogwarts,
Yeah, well, oh man, Putin and Hogwarts. That was one idea.
That was an idea we had. Well, yeah, because so did that happen in between our last episode, or did that happen 2 weeks ago?
I don't know. I can't
not
keep
sure.
track. I think it.
But
was,
at any rate,
I think it was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, Putin praised Ol' Miss Rowling, Ol' Miss J.K., Ol' Miss Joanne, saying, she's fighting against hegemony of trans. And we agree with this in super cool, homophobic, transphobic Russia, We are doing things for the Russian people, which means getting out the gay.
Yeah.
We don't like the gay in Russia.
I think that's why they want to ban weed, and they're so uptight about weed, because I think they're like, the weed makes you gay, and it turns you into a lady, or it turns you into a man. Either way, it's bad.
No, I don't like it, it's an old Baba Yaga thing, because Baba Yaga was smoking weed all the time.
Really?
Yeah, they're afraid of it because they're afraid of Baba. They're
Is
a
that the guy that was
lot.
like advising the WHO?
Yeah, that was him, Baba Oyaga, in his chicken bone shack. Didn't that guy like Baba? What was that guy's name?
I don't know.
Mayhair Baba. That's who Baba O'Reilly is named after. But he was like one of those guys that
Terry Riley. Right?
Yes, yeah, Terry Riley.
A stand-up man of integrity and a great, brilliant compositionalist.
One of the great beards.
I saw him once.
Really?
Mm-hmm. At our alma mater.
Did you see In C?
No, he was like doing shit with his son.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
His not as good. That's very funny, being the son of a famous composer.
Yeah. Here's my dumb son. He can play music, sort of.
It's like Eddie Van Halen and Wolfgang Von Halen.
Yeah.
His ham-like son.
Oh God, he's such a ham son.
I am a ham son, but my dad is also a ham man. We are a ham family.
Yeah, we should talk about that. You told me your dad made a good roast.
Oh, well, okay. So, my dad, he's not a culinary master by nature. He doesn't have those instincts in him like some people. He's not the rat from Ratatouille,
Mm-hmm.
He's definitely not the rat from Ratatouille.
That's your dad.
That's my dad. That's the best way to describe him. And but he's taken it upon himself to try and keep doing roasts. He wants to get this like British style Sunday roast right. And he always buys this like way too expensive. He only does it like once or twice a year because he can't justify the expense of buying this like $150 piece of meat. Because he needs to make it like 8 pounds or something like that, and he keeps the rest for later. But he's just never gotten it right. Just never gotten it right before. 10 years of Christmases of just fucking up the roast and him feeling incredibly angered, going into temper tantrums, and then ruining Christmas as a result of his ruminations on his own failure. But this weekend,
during Canadian Christmas, which is of course April 2nd.
April 2nd, Canadian Christmas. Right after April Fool's. That's how you remember it. My dad managed to really cook a good roast. He was right chuffed with himself. He was very chuffed.
That's a reference.
Pleased.
You're referencing yourself.
I'm not chuffed is just a word. I'm not referencing the context.
So was the is it a beef roast?
It's a beef roast.
What do you know what
with
the
some
cut
horseradish.
is? Do you know what?
But it's a shoulder. Shoulder.
And the shoulder counterintuitively is part of the rump, right?
Yes,
It's the
I think
butt.
that is true.
It's the ass.
The ass. It's beef ass.
Beef ass.
That's you can find
beef ass.
beef ass. We sell Harold's beef asses. We sell the best beef asses in town. Come get down. You get 10-pound beef ass, 20-pound beef ass. You think that's not enough? You got an entire family of 10 to feed. Get 30-pound beef ass.
I want to look up the diagram of the
Cuts
cow.
of beef. Yeah.
Let's see.
there's the shank cut, the milk cut, the forge cut, the penis cut, the hat cut. You want to get the hat cut. Never skimp on the hat cut. And speaking of skimping, there's the skimp cut.
Well,
Let's not forget about the forge cut.
I'm not seeing a shoulder.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what beef is. I'm thinking of pork shoulder. I don't know what cut of meat it is.
Maybe it's the rump, because when I think of the roast from a beef, I think it's the rump roast. But
Yeah.
it could be the round, which is like kind of the part of the butt, and the rump is the butt.
You think you could butcher a cow?
Oh hell no! I would.
No,
I would butcher.
do you think you could kill a cow?
I would
What?
butcher the butchering.
You would butcher the butchery.
Yeah.
Because you're
Colloquially, you know.
I see. Oh, I see. You would do a terrible job
Right.
of it, is what you're saying. I thought you were saying you're going to murder the butchers because you've become a PETA guy. A radical PETA guy.
No, I'm pro eating meat only. I'm like one of those meat only guys. I'm really into that kind of culture, like cigars and steak and fine whiskey.
Fine whiskey and smoking jackets.
That's the thing. All of the traits of American masculinity that really make you enjoy living here.
I just realized, you know what all of those are? You're just glazing yourself.
Right.
You're just glazing yourself from the inside. You're smoking yourself. You're glazing yourself.
Yep.
You're eating fine cuts of buttery meat, such that your insides become tender and fat.
It really feels like that aliens control our society and they're just fattening us up to be because they eat us.
Yeah. Or maybe they survive off arthritis or something like that. They survive off of joint pain.
We are the myalgians. We need much myalgia in the atmosphere.
You are going to take swigs of maple syrup and it will make your knees hurt.
Yeah.
I actually do that. I take swigs of maple syrup like it's whiskey.
Do you?
Yeah, contributing to my self-glazing. Contributing to the self-glazing process.
Maple syrup grows on trees up in Canada, so...
It's good. Yeah, it's good for you.
Yeah.
It's the best type of syrup.
Are there other types? I guess there's simple syrup.
Yeah, there's simple syrup.
Yeah.
I have simple syrup.
Back in my drinking days, it was always in high demand.
Yeah. I like the idea of complicated syrup. And it's just, it has relationship problems, it's got a kid who it doesn't see, is estranged from. Man, this syrup is really complicated. Or it has the plot of some sort of strange anime. What if a syrup was actually an anime? Whoa! What a sketch concept!
Oof. Boy, we're really scraping the bottom of the barrel. Does syrup come in barrels?
Yeah. You never heard of barrel syrup?
You know what I learned about syrup was that it's a 40-to-1 like boiling down ratio. So you get a jug of sap from a maple tree. You have to boil it down to 40-to-1, and that's how much syrup you'll get.
Yeah, that's how they make jawbreakers too. You come in a big bucket, boil it down, it becomes hard and chalky. And that's how they make jawbreakers.
The candy jawbreakers?
Yeah, and it forms natural sugars when you boil the cum. There's natural sugars that form. It counts for this.
It would be interesting to... What happens when you boil cum for a really long time?
Well, let's look it up. Let's look. Professor Google.
When you boil butter for a long time, you stir it, you cook it down, and it's like a brown butter. Or if you add flour,
it
it becomes a roux.
Yeah.
I know humans are always taking substances and like trying out cooking it forever in different ways.
So someone must. I feel like cum would just solidify and coagulate instantly. I feel like it would act like an egg white or something like that.
I don't know. We should.
Feels too albuminy, sputum. We should try it. We should save up our cum.
Well, no. What I was going to say was this would be.
I
have an idea for the show, which of course I'm going to just pitch right now, which is let's get a phone line and call people who might know the answers to some of these burning questions.
Let's call our biologist friends, just live on the air.
Yeah.
Who do we know who might answer our boiling cum questions? What people do we know who have that sort of expertise?
Let's try calling someone.
This is a real cum boiler right now.
If I do it through the browser, it might work because I'm recording all the stuff going through the browser. So I could just try calling CVS and seeing if you can hear that.
Just try calling CVS.
Hey, do you know what happens when you?
Do you know what happens when you boil cum? We have it because you're the experts, right? You're the pharmacist, so you know about the bodily humors. You are acquainted with the bodily humors, so I just assumed. I don't know why this guy is Southern. We rag too much on this Southern, you know. You have.
Thank you for calling CVS Pharmacy, located at 2100 West Stadium Boulevard, Ann Arbor, Michigan.
Nice.
If you are a healthcare provider or calling from a doctor's office, press 2 now.
Okay.
CVS now offers a text message service to check prescription status.
Okay, so it works.
All right, that's good. Are we getting patched in?
I hung up, but
okay, that's good. We don't want to bother somebody at work. You know, they're at CVS and the two fucking assholes.
Call?
Who should we call? I don't know. Whose number do you know?
I mean, I know my dad's number.
Hey, Steve, it's Dad. Do you know how to boil cum? What?
Hello? What do you mean, cum? I'm already here. I'm too old to know what that means.
Yeah, that wasn't the slang. Back then, they called it the jitterbug.
I thought, that's an interesting... What did they call... What was the slang for semen?
What is the old term for cum?
Old slang for
Old slangs for semen.
Oh, wow. 100 euphemisms for semen. All right, I guess we got the rest of the show here.
That's the show. Listing the euphemisms for semen.
Worm gob. Willy milk.
Wait, when does it tell you when these are from?
No. Spume.
This is no good. Spume?
Squiggle.
Squiggle?
Tadpoles.
Ew.
Tail juice.
Yeah.
Rude
A lot of
glue.
these are disgusting. What?
Rude glue.
Rude glue! I love it.
Pale marmalade. Oh, of course, Pearl Jam.
Yeah, but that wasn't... Apparently, that isn't a cum reference.
You
Apparently,
mean
it just really sounds like a cum reference.
You mean Eddie Vedder didn't Google it in 1989?
Didn't Google it in 19... Yeah, don't have Google. Doing Eddie Vedder voices twice in a row now.
Yes.
It's always funny to me.
Okay, jazz is not... Jazz is not a
No,
song.
that is where jazz comes from, is jizz music.
What?
Okay, because we were talking about it earlier. It comes from the charnel houses of New Orleans, and it started as jazz and jizz. They have the same roots, and jazz does come because when you're saying jazz music, you're saying cum music.
Because it's, I guess they would fuck to it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Wow. Okay, here's another one. Hemulsion.
That's not good. That's try hard. That's too try hard.
Erectoplasm.
Also too try hard. We're getting into some ones that don't roll out. It's not as good as rude glue.
Yeah, rude glue.
Rude glue. Rude glue. You shot some of your rude glue. Yeah, I can get. That's my favorite one so far.
Okay, that maybe. Well, this is from thoughtcatalog.com.
Oh, great! They're on the ball.
It's real. It's someone named Jim Goad wrote the article, and he has a Twitter, and he has less followers than you.
Yeah, becoming a high B. I've recently become insane with power.
Yeah, well, you're mid. You're still mid.
Yeah, I'm still a mid B. Yeah, you gotta get up to that level.
Well, one of these days. Here we go. 25 facts about semen.
It's just full on semen facts.
Well, maybe they'll have the answer to what happens if you boil it for 40 hours.
Well, let's delve deep into this cum article.
A good diet equals good sperm. So these are the foods you need to eat to have good sperm. Oysters, bananas,
Right.
walnuts, asparagus, garlic, lean beef, and chocolate.
Just put that all in a blender. Just suck it all down.
Like a beautiful oblivion.
Beautiful oblivion. Wait, what's that?
It's like something in a blender.
Oh, is that Hard in a... Is that Eve 6 guy?
Yeah.
Is that the guy that nobody likes but is inexplicably popular for some reason?
Is he a musician?
He was a musician? I guess. Eve 6? I don't know.
This has been a great episode. I
people
blame
will love this
myself,
one.
but we could call
I blame myself as well.
We could call CVS again.
We could call CVS again and complete the prank call.
I mean, I think prank calls may be a good idea, but you know what's cooler is what we could actually just do phone interviews.
Yeah, that is much cooler. We could call some guy, like Alfonso Ribeiro
From
Carlton.
from the Fresh Prince of.
Ask him what he's up to.
Isn't there a new show of the Fresh Prince of some kind?
Yeah, it's called Bel Air. I've heard mixed reviews. Some people love it, and some people are like, "Yeah, this is stupid."
Well, my favorite show right now on Netflix is called Is It Cake?
Is it cake? Is that where people make very realistic cakes?
Yep, you got it. And then they try to guess if it's cake. And the prize that you win is $10,000, which is hilarious because it's so not very much.
Yeah, but I mean, you're not doing a lot. It's not like Jeopardy where you have to have real skill.
Yeah.
Is there? It'd be funny if there's a real cake identifier. A guy who just has the ability, he has the gift, the cake man, the cake eater.
In the first episode, they hired one of those YouTube fast food reviewers, and that kind of felt like cheating because the cakes they were making were of realistic fast food, and he eats fast food 3 times a day, so he was able to immediately identify which one was the cake.
Clock those cakes, yeah. What if you built a cake, and it had sentience? Could you cut into it?
Like if it was like a cake with the smarts of an octopus.
Yeah, if it was a cake that could understood pain.
Only if you also had to kill it in a similar way as you do with an octopus, which is horrifyingly violent.
It's a cake, so it can't move, it can't emote, but it's aware of what's happening.
You have to bash its head in several times to kill it.
Yeah, it twitches a lot.
Those poor
it can't move around, but it twitches violently.
Those poor octopi. I mean, they were really set back by that guy who made the movie about wanting to have sex with one.
You worry about the octopus community. You worry about representation in the octopus community.
Yeah, My Octopus Teacher.
Yeah.
That movie starts with the Van Halen song.
Hope you brought your pencil.
The octopus just sloughing onto your penis. Got it bad, got it bad, got it bad. I'm hot for teacher.
Wait, it's got it bad, got it bad, got it bad. Octopus teacher.
Octopus teacher. We're picking back up again. We're picking up steam.
Yes. Ham son. He has a ham son.
Ham, son. Oh man. Ham, son. The Hamson brothers
Oh, yeah.
singing Mbop. But they have ham voices, so they're like Mbop. Do stop Mbop. Do gap bop boom bop.
Is Homer eating?
Yeah.
Mbop, mbop.
Mbop, yep, yep. Yeah, mbop. If I can, because this is my ham voice.
And you know what's funny?
A ham voice? Yeah.
Everyone was saying how stupid it was for the Simpsons to be on the side of Ukraine.
Yeah.
Well, not so stupid now that they're winning, is it?
Take that, Nazi! Yeah, would have. They bet on the right horse.
So fun.
They backed the NATO guys.
Okay, well, that's enough news.
So yeah, that's enough news. News are for jerks. They're for people that want to be appraised of things.
Yeah, make sure everyone listening should go to patreon.com/House of Decline and
Yes.
subscribe for an extra episode every week and extra comics, and we do bonus pictures of behind-the-scenes content.
Yeah, you'll get rejected comics, you'll get sketches, you'll get essays, you'll get heartfelt poems. Sometimes, me just going ham,
And sometimes I'll add in a list of strange words that you may not have heard of. Also, if you subscribe to our Patreon, you can join our Discord and chat with us to your heart's content. And you can see pictures of me that I post in the Discord and my whole family.
You can see pictures of me too, and I will sexually harass you in the Discord.
That's
If
again,
you
there's
are-
rules in the Discord, and that's one of them, that Alex is not allowed to sexually harass the Patreon
I
members.
am allowed to sexually harass Patreon members.
Well, I'm
That's
just gonna
part of it.
ban
You
you from-
sign up.
Ban
You
from
can
Discord.
ban. I'm gonna form a lot of sock puppets account. I'm gonna have the account where it's just me, but with a mustache on that says "not sexual harasser." But I
never.
will be sexually harassing
You
people.
would never do that. You're a good boy.
I'm not a sexual harasser. I am a sexual haranguer, though. I will harangue you about sex. Talk about how porn is ruining people's lives.
Is it?
Nah, that's a position that's fun to take. I like taking the position that porn ruins people's lives. I'm sure someone's life must have been ruined by
Yes.
porn. I'm sure it's happened.
It has happened.
But yeah.
But generally, I feel like it's in other people's reaction to the fact that that person is looking at porn rather than the porn itself. But there probably are some people who are just so addicted to it, I suppose, that they can't do anything else.
Well, there is a debate. Is sex addiction even real or not?
That's interesting. I don't know.
Yeah, people, because I think I err on the side of, because for me, like, whatever an addiction is just an overwhelming need that controls your life to the point where you start doing things to your detriment because of it. And I think that can happen because of sex, sure.
That's and didn't David Duchovny
David Duchovny. And, I feel that's a legitimate case. David Duchovny can have sex anytime he wants. He's Duchovny. He's getting his wiggles out.
we should I think I have his phone number. Let's give him a call.
Let's call old David Duchovny.
What does David Duchovny sound like real quick? Just Wait, no, just
It's me, David Duchovny.
Oh, right.
the X-Files.
I'm trying to remember him on
learn, Scully.
the Larry Sanders Show.
Yeah, he's a very laid back voice, sort of bored sounding.
He
That's
always
his
wants
whole-
Larry to go
that's
to his
sexy.
cabin with him, right?
Yeah, he's always propositioning Larry. It's a very funny portion of the show.
He's such a sex addict on the show.
Yeah.
Well, we could either end it now or string it along for 5 more minutes. We're really a professional podcast. So.
We are a professional podcast, and we discuss what to do on the show to give you listeners a behind-the-scenes view into how things are done here.
It's kind of cool. All my favorite shows are also done this way with no editing, no planning, and no real commitment.
Have you ever seen sausage getting made? It looks great. It's fantastic. It's a whole process video. I'll watch that shit any day. I'll watch ocular surgery, you know?
Oh.
I'll watch, you ever get on the YouTube birthing of calves?
I could do it right now.
You can just watch, a whole playlist of calves being birthed. And it's great to watch. It's great to watch the sack expand and flop around.
Do you think it makes any kind of weird noises?
Yeah, I think it does. I think turn that sucker up. Turn that birthing video up.
It's just this music.
It's just...
No! Oh no! Oh no! Here's an abnormal one. This is abnormal calving. I wonder if it's the same kind of music.
Abnormal calving, that's
Yes.
not good.
It is the same
The same
kind
type of music.
God damn it.
See y'all?
Let's see. Oh god.
Okay, so this is totally insane and intense. But the mama cow is really, really calm, really doing her best.
Oh no.
I'm sort of at a loss for words, and that's rare.
It's okay, Mama. You're doing a good job.
Oh.
You're doing a good job.
Oh.
Yes, you are.
Oh my god.
Okay, so it looks like
no.
They let him out of the squeeze chute, and
The squeeze chute.
different way. Round 2. Ding ding.
Oh no. Oh! They're yanking it out.
Yeah, that's what they got to do.
They got like a thing. They're pulling it out. Oh no.
Yeah, they got the speculum. You're hearing a cow being birthed live on the... What other podcast will give you this content?
Oh god.
Reaction. Steven watches a cow getting abnormally calved.
Oh, I think that cow's dead.
Come on out of there.
It's stillborn. It's stillborn. Or it's beefborn, which is sounds like the beef sequel to Bloodborne.
Come on out of there, little guy.
They're using some kind of ratchet machine.
They're
You
using
hear it
a
in the
ratchet machine to
background, right?
ratchet the calf out of the cow's vagina.
Oh, shit.
Okay. Push down.
Imagine if you had to shove that out your asshole.
Oh, look at
Twist
him.
that sucker. There we go.
Oh man. Oh. Did you hear
A
the
lot of viscera.
squelching plop?
Yeah, the squelching plop. They got it. They got it, folks.
Yeah,
In the
they're
end,
immediately eating
they
it.
got it. Yeah, they're just shoveling it to their mouths with their hands
immediately
with
start
big
eating it.
smiles on their faces, going blah 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 blah.